YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paul Harris, aka Medusa. Hey, if this is your first time, go ahead, hit this subscribe button, hit the notification bell. And why is it still saying state of emergency? Anyway, put like this: whatever the hell that the damn title is saying, that is actually like really not the title, right? I actually really titled this. I don't know, maybe it's hung up, but with this one here is President Trump is having second thoughts. That's what I'm actually really titling this. So in either case, I just got off of Google or whatever. Now, whether or not it's actually like really news, real news, or fake news or whatever, in either case, it was out there. Did I read the article? No, I didn't. Right? But it's just for the simple fact, okay, Donald Trump, after the third day, right? Has this, he's actually really starting to have second thoughts about, well, hey, maybe I actually really lost this thing fair and square, right? But here's, but here's the question or questions that a lot of y'all actually really should be, asking yourself, right? Okay, first and foremost, why did it actually really take this long in the first place? And I don't want to hear shit about no goddamn coronavirus, right? Because just like what I told y'all a couple days ago, right? Ain't no goddamn coronavirus. So y'all can actually really take that shit and take it to the left, right? So the next question that you actually really got to ask yourself, okay, well, why a 3-day delay, right? Well, at least as it stands right now, it's a 3-day delay, right? So again, you gotta ask yourself, okay, why did it take so goddamn long for one, right? And now all of a sudden you gotta change your heart. What the fuck is up with that? Not to say that I actually really want Trump to win, right? Because it really wasn't my decision or y'all's decision if for him to be selected as president to begin with. Just like this shit with Joe Biden, right? But again, I look at Joe Biden, right? And for the most part, I really can't put all my trust into this guy, right? Because here it is for 47 years. You've been in this shit just as long as I've been born, right? You did the whole 3 strikes rule, and ain't no telling, calling us super predators. You along with Hillary, and probably along with the rest of the Democratic Party, right? And and then what's so bad about with you so-called Democrats, right? That y'all like to actually really tear down shit. Y'all, every chance that y'all get, y'all will motherfucking try to eliminate as many military bases as possible. Which for the most part, you're gonna cause a lot of people to be out of a job. Now, the Republicans, on the other hand, they want to build up the armed forces. They actually really want to take care of the soldiers that are in now and retired vets like myself. They actually really want to take care of us. Especially those of us that are actually like really disabled and and really can't do too much for ourselves, right? So it necessarily didn't have to be Trump that was in the White House, right? It could have been any other Republican, far as I'm concerned. Would I have voted? No. because like my vote, just like y'all's vote, don't count. And it's just like what my man William Armstrong asked me earlier, right? Because and then like what I said, go back, look at 2016, go back and look at the year 2000, go back and look what happened in the year 2000 when the shit actually really came down to Florida, right? And it's just for the simple fact that okay, they don't act for the simple fact that they don't actually really go by popular vote. They go by electoral college instead of popular vote. That's bullshit to me. And it's just for the simple fact, okay, what's good? So I mean, uh underdog, what's good. So but my whole deal with this is that, and then I was watching it, I was watching it like a couple nights ago, and then they was actually really talking about, okay, let's just say that you can be red all over, but if say like if certain cities are blue, then guess what? You won the whole state. And I'm like, okay, well, how the hell, I'm like, okay, how that work? Like really? So it's almost like every year they are explaining how fucked up the electoral college is. But for me, right? I just think like this, right? We all grown ups here, or at least that's what we perceive ourselves to be. Do we actually really need somebody in charge that actually really calling himself or herself president of the United States? Like seriously. I mean, because if you actually really stop and look at the past, okay, considering that Biden actually really wins, right? So let's just say, like, well, let's just go from Obama back, right? What have they, name anything spectacular that these motherfuckers done that we as the American people, so-called American people, they can actually sit back and look at, okay, you know what? When they did that right there, that was top-notch shit, right? Because everybody that voted for Obama, right, they only voted for the motherfucker because of the skin color. They could have cared less about his political issues. They're just looking at themselves like, oh, he's one of us. And he's the first one, knowing damn well he was the seventh one, right? I mean, John Hanson, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, Dwight E. Eisenhower, just to name a few. And if you actually really think I'm bullshit, go on Google, type in first black presidents, right? And watch all those names just come down, right? Obama wasn't the first. He never was. Hell, he wasn't even close to being second. But I didn't come on here to actually really talk about what the fuck they was and why, right? I come on here because I'm just like, okay, what's up with the goddamn delay? Why, how come y'all couldn't get this shit up and out the way and have it be done with? Why have it drawn out? I mean, you have early voting, so you could have been counting that shit then, because now the country right now is at a standstill, which 9 times out of 10 is what these motherfuckers want. And so now all of a sudden, Now all of a sudden, President Trump coming out saying, you know what? I got second thoughts. Knowing 9 times out of 10, you probably had second thoughts when the shit actually really started. Me personally, you know, I could care less. I could care less what a motherfucker may call me. Right? Because it's just for the simple fact, right? The average motherfucker is gonna do that behind closed doors, right? And you'll get some of them that's bold enough that actually really do it to you in your face. But at the same time, when that happens, then it's up to you as an individual. Do I really want to pop this motherfucker in the mouth? Because if I do, then I'm that whatever the fuck that he called me, I was that what the fuck he was talking about. Right? Now, if you actually really want to call that turning the other cheek, then hey, by all means, right? But before it even got that far, before it even gets that far, right? You already know what the fuck you are. You already know what the fuck you ain't. So if a motherfucker call you an ignorant ass, steak ass, hoe ass bitch, you know that ain't what the fuck you are. So why get pissed off? A lot of y'all, and then again, you know, and I talk about this all the time, right? I still hear the word nigga, nigga this, nigga that, nigga the other, right? Amongst our so-called own, or let somebody else that we feel that is outside of that realm, then we got a problem with it, right? Well, guess what? You half-assing. But you the same motherfucker talking about, oh, I'm a real motherfucker. I'm a real nigga. No, you real stupid. That's what it is. So basically all what I'm saying is this, people. This going into day 3, this delay was all part of the motherfucking plan. Right? Just like I said, it's just like what I've always told y'all. These motherfuckers, they already know who the fuck they want in office at a particular point in time in this country's when everybody actually really want to look at the United States as actually really being the example, right? But you know, you got to actually really stop and think about it. Okay, the example of what, right? Because for like this, anytime when a motherfucker will lie to you about goddamn slavery, right? Anybody that would tell you a motherfucking lie about the birth of the anointed one, anybody that would tell you a lie about when the start of the new year is, and anybody that are the only motherfuckers that uses daylight saving time, and you the example of what now? You the lead example of what? That's 4 motherfucking lies right there that I done pointed out. And that's just for starters. So for the most part, all I'm saying is this, right? Motherfucker grow up talking about, oh, what you want to be? What you want to be when you grow up? Motherfucker say, I want to be president of the United States. What the fuck for? You don't control shit. You don't control shit. Right? Because like I said, the first time the motherfuckers want to pass a law, you veto that shit. Oh, really? Then what the fuck they gonna do is go back and get 2/3 of the House, and they gonna override you. So it's almost like, no, motherfucker. Oh, we gonna get this shit done. Watch this. So, but that's what a lot of y'all, well, that's what some of y'all want to be. Y'all want to be president. Now, how about you just say, I want to be the scapegoat and call it a goddamn day? Because that's all what the fuck it is. Because the first time that something go wrong with the government, guess who they finna motherfucking blame? The goddamn president. So that being said, hey, look, I didn't look at it like this. It really don't matter who gonna put like this. If Trump stays in office, guess what? You still gonna get fucked. If Biden and Harris come in office, you're probably gonna get fucked a little bit harder, right? But you can look at that the same way that you look at the two different types of shit. One scented, one unscented, but just know it's still shit. So Trump might have fucked you hard. And for the most part, if you actually really want to call it fair, then hey, by all means. And then here come Biden and Harris. They probably gonna fuck you a little bit harder, right? Now, will it be necessarily fair because you got a female in that? I'm just saying. So again, with that being said, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell Big Dan, tell Big Bertha, tell your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door, cross street, around the corner. Paul's Harris, aka the Medusa. Till next time, people.